Hey guys, welcome to today's video where I'm going to be sharing with you a back to school haul. Let's get started. Really quickly before we get started, I do homeschool, so some of this isn't going to apply to everybody, but I did find some great back to school supplies at the Dollar Tree and at Target. Both have a ton of great stuff. So let's go ahead and jump in. I just wanted to let you know, like backpacks, lunch boxes, things like that, we don't really need. Okay, now the first two things I'm going to share I got at the Dollar Tree, and I did share them in a Dollar Tree haul, but I figured not everybody saw that, so I'm going to share them here. And these are actually kind of slip covers where you can slip, you can see here, reusable dry erase pocket is what it's called. Basically, you can put a page in here to practice and use a dry erase marker and then wipe it down and keep using the same page just as a way to kind of save paper. So I got these two things. These were $1. I had been looking for these everywhere. Finally found them. Super happy I got those. And then I got these little cubbies at the Dollar Tree as well. They open, the lid's attached, and it's got that little snap right here. I'm going to be using these for busy boxes for my preschooler. He can start in on these while I'm sitting down working with his brother, because I'm going to have to kind of do a tandem thing back and forth between the two. So I got 4 of these. Okay, also from the Dollar Tree, I got 2 little dry erase boards. I don't know how much we'll use these, but I figured they'd be good to have, one for each of them. They can practice penmanship, they can doodle, they can problem solve, do any number of things. So I got 2 of those. And then the last thing I got at the Dollar Tree are just these fraction circles. We have some, but I wanted to get a couple more just because they're really good to have. My oldest is starting 2nd grade, so obviously fractions are still coming into play along with multiplication. So I figured this would be a nice addition to our school stash. I'm only going to show you a couple of these, but I got a ton of glue. This is their Up and Up brand. These were 25 cents a piece, so I got $2 worth. What is that, 8? Really great to have school glue, obviously for crafts, even just different art projects, but also to make slime, because my kids love to make slime. So I stocked up on glue. I got, let's see, I got these Mondo Llama art supplies. I still have some Crayola ones, but I figured these were pretty bright and pretty. It got the kids kind of excited when they saw them. I believe these were 50 cents each when I went to Target. So I got the colored pencils, and you can see it's really pretty packaging, kind of inviting, I would think. And then you can see it's just the basic colors that come in there. And the same goes with the crayons. I'll see how these work. Hopefully these work great, but I still have backup Crayolas if I need it. But I figured just the packaging being cute and then having their own individual art supplies will get them kind of in the mood to create stuff. Let's see, what else did I get at Target? I got an addition workbook, mainly for my preschooler. I don't know how much he will actually use with this. I'm not going to be too strenuous when it comes to like traditional coursework. I'm just of the philosophy you don't have to kind of cram things into their brains right away. I like to work at his pace and how he learns best. I don't want to like shove things down his throat, but I figured we'd get him familiar with page work and seeing numbers on the page, and just having like symbols, patterns, like rudimentary arithmetic, that kind of stuff. So I got that. It was $1 in the dollar spot. This, I'm gonna cover my son's name, but I got a nature journal. This I got at Target as well, and it's the Exploring Nature Journal for Kids, Observe and Record the Outdoors. It's by Kim Andrews. It's basically, I'll show you, you can see how it has basically this section where you can record your observations and what it is you're looking at, and then you can also draw pictures. It has like a little guide on what to look for, things like that. So we do a lot of hiking in my family, so I figured this would be great. Let's see, anything else I got at Target? The last thing I got at Target was my 2021-2022 planner. I had used the Real Simple planner, liked it, could not find it. And then I saw this one. This was 15 bucks, which was maybe $4 more than I paid for the Real Simple. The Real Simple one was a lot smaller, was kind of diary sized. This one is by Day Designer. Obviously it's really, really pretty. It's got, it's got stickers. I didn't look at it too closely. I mainly just looked at the actual planning pages, the way it's spread out, to make sure that it had room for me to write down our assignments. I kind of make our curriculum, so it's really important that I have room to write, but it has a little pocket here, you can see, with like a dot grid pattern. My personal info, I just got it today, obviously, so that's not filled in. The usual spiel, how they like to tell you their story as to why they plan, blah, blah, blah. Then it just has like the monthly kind of at a glance page. And then your weekly spread right here. So I really like this. It's large, so it's got a lot of room for me to write. It won't be super cramped, and it goes all the way through June. So it's got all the months that my kids will be in school, which is great. So I thought that was pretty. Okay, that is it for Target. The next stuff I have, I got on Amazon. I picked this up. This is for actually our story tea time. We have tea time once a week where we sit, have snacks. I do read alouds, and we just kind of have a kickback day. Reading aloud is really, really important to me. It's important to do so for my children daily. But having an extra day to read, we read every night for bedtime, but having an extra day where we basically focus on reading and spending time together is really important. I did tea time last year. It was a huge success, and I plan on continuing it. Last year we read The Mysterious Benedict Society, the beginning book. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 in the series. So we started with the Mysterious Benedict Society, and that's by Trenton Lee Stewart, and this is the sequel. It's The Perilous Journey. The cool thing is, I just discovered that Disney Plus actually turned this into a show, so we're going to start watching it. I'm really excited. This is a great book. It's basically about a group of gifted children who team up with Mr. Benedict here to stop his evil twin brother, La Drop the Curtain. I hope that's how you say it. But basically he's trying to take over the world via brainwashing, and they have to stop him. It's a really great story. It's well written, suspenseful, humorous. In fact, I had to stop myself from like skipping ahead at night on my own. That's how good this is. A grown-up could easily be entertained by this. So I got this for our tea time. I also ordered some Amelia Bedelia books because my kids love them. Not necessarily for school, but just, you know, to add to our library. They just have not come yet. Also from Amazon, I got the reading lesson, the intelligent reading program for young children. This is by Michael Levin, and I'm not sure how to say her name. I don't know if it's Karen or Sharon Langton. I got this on Amazon. It seems pretty basic. Again, I'm not going to put too much pressure on my 4-year-old. He reads, like, he can spell his name. He recognizes all the letters, and he can read like 1 or 2 words, just kind of picking it up from sitting on my lap reading to him, kind of like To Kill a Mockingbird style. But I figured we'd get started on this, see how he likes it, see how he does, if he's ready for it. But again, I'm not going to push too hard on this. It's just basically more of an experiment, just to kind of get his feet wet. And then we'll obviously in kindergarten, we'll get to the heavy duty, let's learn to read stuff. But I feel like he's ready to kind of do that. And I encourage anybody who's homeschooling to kind of wait until they feel like their little kid is ready. I'm not one of those people who's like, teach your baby to read. Don't do that to them. Just, there's a lot of research that says you shouldn't. So now the next book that we have is Second Grade Essentials for Social Studies. This is basically just like a reproducibles book. It's got like little activities and stuff in it that I kind of can make my own lesson plans based off of. I just wanted something to where he, should he choose to go back to school next year, regular school that is, to where he's not completely off the beaten path when it comes to what his peers know. Obviously, I'm going to be using this pretty loosely. This is kind of my strong suit. I have a degree in history. So, you know, this is basically just like a little helper for me. We also use the Who Was show just for fun when it comes to exploring certain historical figures. That, I want to say, is on Netflix. That's a great show if you're looking for kind of just like a fun show you can watch that actually has historically accurate information. They have stuff on like Sacagawea, Houdini, who the heck else? Gandhi, a bunch of people. So we will be looking at that as well as my own research-based lessons for him, just people that he's interested in, and also events. So basically we're going to be learning about government and economy in really simple, in simple terms. So I got that, again, just kind of as a helper. And then also as a helper, just this Jumbo Language Arts Success Workbook. This is mainly so he can have sit-down activities when I'm working with his brother one-on-one. He can sit quietly and do some page work. I don't like to do too much of it, but a little bit is cool by me. Or if we're on the road or something, you know what I mean, and I need to keep him busy doing a little bit of work, or if I need a bit of a break, he can do a little bit of page work. So I picked this up. I also have his math books coming. They're coming today. They were a little bit back ordered. I chose the Life of Friend math books. This will be my first time using them. I got two of them, the beginner and then the secondary. I believe the beginner is for kindergarten through second grade, which he is. So I'm gonna look through it, see how it goes. If he already knows it, we'll just kind of skim through kind of as a review. I'll put a picture so you guys see what it looks like. And then obviously we'll move on to the next section, but it looks like an intriguing math book. I'm really excited to use it. And then the last thing I got on Amazon, or I should say my husband, the Roald Dahl library for his SSR. It comes with The Twits, George's Marvelous Medicine, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Matilda, James and the Giant Peach, The BFG, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Danny the Champion of the World, and Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator. So kind of pretty much all of the classics. The only thing that I wish it had was The Witches, but I can pick that up easily. And I figure he could do SSR with these. They're pretty simple books. I mean, I'm pretty sure every American person on the planet, and all of the British people as well, have read these in school. They're kind of classics. And I've read most of what's in here as a child, so I can kind of ask questions. You know, I think most of us are familiar with these. Okay, so there's that. And then the last two I got at separate websites. I reordered our Letters from Afar subscription letter service. These are great. I did an entire video dedicated to them. I will link it. I will put it in a card for you guys if you guys are interested. It's basically a letter from a little girl. It's basically like a character named Isabel, and she is a world traveler. Your kids will get a letter each month in a beautiful envelope. It's obviously, you can see it's beautifully illustrated. It basically has a list of her specific adventures and basically what the area that she's visiting is famous for. There's also a little scavenger hunt on each of these. It's two-sided. And there are a number of different letter subscription services. There's stuff for cooking, stuff for like crafts. I think there's one for like magic tricks and stuff like that, if your kid's interested in like card tricks or anything. There's a ton of them, but this is really, really great, I think, to study geography. We can also do a little bit of cultural study. I can build lessons pretty much for the month off of each letter, and we can try out the food, maybe see a movie or explore famous people from that particular place. So I loved this last year. The kids really enjoyed it. They really love the word searches especially. So I went ahead and renewed this. And then the last thing is another subscription service. This is for me. It's basically for homeschooling moms. If you are not familiar, if you're a homeschool mom and you're not familiar with the Wild and Free community, definitely check them out. They have a heavy presence on Instagram. There is a podcast. I will link the website below. And they have a monthly subscription service. They call them bundles, where you basically get an email with a downloadable file where you can get recipes, crafts, kind of encouragement as a mom. You'll see different articles written by homeschool moms themselves. This particular issue is July's, and it's called Breathe. It has information on meditation, a little parfait recipe, a summer parfait recipe. That looks delicious, actually. How to teach mindfulness to your children, and you get the email every month, and then in the mail, maybe like a week and a half later, you get the magazine. This is a little bit pricey. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this for. I'm going to try it for a year and see how I feel about it at the end. I do enjoy it. It's very inspiring. It's got a lot of great ideas, and I have used them. The Christmas one I used a ton to help me with, but again, for what you're getting, it is kind of pricey. It's like 20 bucks. I'll see at the end of the year, see how I feel about it, maybe even do a brief video on it. I'm not sure. But it's definitely a great resource. The woman who is I think she's like the CEO or the founder of Wild and Free. Her name is Ainsley Armett. She has a great book by the name of Call of the Wild and Free. If you are a homeschool mom, definitely check that book out. It's got a lot of just kind of information, inspiration. It's really kind of reassuring, especially if you're kind of going out on your own and making your own curriculum like I am. You're not like doing like online charter school or something. You're basically teaching your kids. It's really, really helpful. It's a great resource. And it kind of encourages a philosophy of raising your children to appreciate nature and getting out and seeing the world, and mildly risky play, things like that. All things that I can definitely get behind. So if you kind of lean that way too, I definitely recommend checking it out. Again, I will have it linked down below. Okay guys, that about wraps it up for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Please also stay tuned. I'm going to kind of show you how I build my preschoolers curriculum. See how much interest there is in that, and if there is plenty, I will show you guys how I build my second graders curriculum as well. Anyhow, thanks again for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care for now.